all you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real mode.
well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They frontin' they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
You fucking people.
I want to talk to the kids.
No, there's no fucking way you're talking to my goddamn kids.
Sometimes human beings are more than boy or girl. Because human beings are creatures, and we're wild and exciting. Sometimes we're something else.
Stop trying to brainwash the kids.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 274 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beeshes, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2.
Fucking kettle one.
The
fucking kettle one. It's the fucking kettle
Oh my God. Welcome everyone to the episode. I'm very glad that you're here. Thank you for dropping a like and, of course, dropping a comment down below. What did you smash today? Don't forget, go to the fucking gym if you haven't. I swear I will come over there and I will make you go to the fucking gym. I will make you.
Crying? Are you crying?
Don't
There's no crying in baseball.
Don't cry like a beesh. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. What'd you smash today? Drop in the comments down below. If you're brand new to this podcast, get ready because today is the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Fun Day Q and Anus. We got a lot of questions coming in, so you can start dropping them in the comments down below. It's a little bit different than what we do normally in our weekly Slamcast, daily Slamcast every single week. So today is just questions. So we're going to bust the nut open. We're going to get Freddy out of there. We're going to get actually Tessie out of there. We're going to summon Freddy. We got to summon the Falcon. And then we're going to take your questions. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Drop in the comments down below. What'd you smash today? And let's get into that tip. I am very excited. Let me clear up a little bit. Falcon. Put some respect on it, you know. That's it. Leo's back, baby. He's back.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Leo's back, baby. Back with that sparkling bone broth. Why, thank you, Leo. Cheers. Yeah, hats off to you. You raging alky. He's back on the sauce, everyone. We didn't have him yesterday, and I was wondering where he was, but now we know where he was. He was just knocked out cold. That sparkling bone broth really taking him out. But we welcome him back with open arms. We will never give up on you, Leo. Unlike Rose, fucking cunt, we'll never let go. We'll never let go. Get Leo help, everyone. Get Leo help. You could donate today over at SwoleFam.com. I'm just kidding. Kind of. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Start dropping those questions in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And let's talk about tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, fam. We have our weekly accountability meeting live call. Be ready for that. If you're not yet a member, join over there at SwoleFam.com/FYR and go unlimited. We've got some unlimited special offers. If you don't want to go unlimited, that's all right. You can head on over to SwoleFam.com and come through the normal portal. But if you are ready to go unlimited, got a very limited time special over there. SwoleFam.com/FYR stands for fuck your resolutions. And now is the day. Now is the day. Today is the only day that you have. Today is today. Today is now. And now means you should be joining the Swole fam. That way you can be there for tomorrow's live call. It's going to be great. I will see you all there. And yeah, it's going to be fucking fire. All right, let's take some questions. Let's jump right into it today. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Tessie has been released. The card is there. Thank you, Falcon. It's a very nice card. It's a very, Very nice
I'd be the
card.
luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Hashtag Swole Privilege. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. All right. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio, and we'll feature your question here on the show if you got a question live. Let's take the first one here.
What's in the box?
From the Gruslige Munch. I'm not joking. What was your inspiration to start your actual lifestyle? These questions always kind of weird. I always like to lift. I wanted to be healthy. So it's just following that journey, following that path, and keeping an open mind and learning along the way and executing on it. My inspiration. I didn't have one of those moments where I was 300 pounds and I had trouble getting up a flight of stairs. But actually, there actually was one moment. I've already been training at this point for a few years, but I was really heavy. I got to my heaviest overall weight. Now had a lot more body fat, but I got up to like 222 or 225 pounds. And I wasn't lean, or as lean as I am now. And I'm not 225. I'm around like 205 right now, something like that. Low 200s. And man, I remember I forgot something. I forgot a pair of shoes or something like that I was wearing at the time, or something for indoors because I was training at a gym. So, a lot of times you have your shoes or your sandals or something that you wear, and then you put your indoor stuff on so they stay nice and fresh looking. And I remember feeling really heavy on my knees. I remember feeling really heavy on my knees when I ran to the car. I'm like, well, that's not healthy. That doesn't feel good. I'm not training to feel heavy on my joints. It wasn't pain. I just felt heavy on my joints. And then I remember I started kind of losing that extra. That was the last time I was that kind of puffy, had that high of a body fat percentage since I started lifting, because I just bulked too much. You eat too much junk and you're eating too many calories, your body's going to store fat. We were born swole. Yes, absolutely. All right, this one is from, let's see. This one's from DB Hushin. DB Hushin. Papa Swolio, should I take protein powder? It depends. It depends on your situation as an individual. I mean, is it necessary to get big? No, of course it's not necessary. And a lot of people that take protein powder get a lot of artificial elements. They get low quality, they get low purity protein. They suck down a lot of artificial sweeteners and flavorings and sugars potentially. So opt for a grass-fed whey isolate if you do go that route. It's definitely not required, but if you're not getting enough protein, you need to make sure that you're getting enough protein, enough fuel. How much protein you need as an individual depends on your goals, depends on your training style, but you're not going to have to get so much extra protein. I've gone through different periods. I've tried it on again. I've kind of played around with it, but it's definitely not required. It's definitely not required. Not required. But what is required? A lot of people think they're going to take creatine and get huge. Well, it can be part of something. I mean, creatine is something that you're getting in meat. You're getting in more, of course, concentration when you're taking a supplement, but it's not like taking creatine is going to give you amazing results that you weren't getting before. It's like, oh my God, I took creatine and it changed my whole physique, and now I'm leaner than ever, and now I'm strong, so much stronger. Can help a little bit. Everyone's different. Some people are going to like it a lot more than others. It's pretty standard though, but a lot of people think that creatine is some like magical thing that's going to give them outsized results. Let's see here. Question here from Gumps Bread and Butter. Gumps Bread and Butter. Gumps Bread and Butter. Gumps Bread and Butter. Papa Swolio, do you take any supplements to aid recovery? Like I was saying, I play around with some of these things. Creatine, if you're repairing, bone broth is great. There's a lot of people that take glutamine for like repairing or benefiting the gut if you're kind of like recovering from that. Some people like it, some people don't. Aside from the fundamentals, sleep, making sure you're getting in your electrolytes, making sure that you are looking into other things like hormesis type training like sauna and cold plunge, which are fantastic. So aside from getting your organ meats as well, so if you're not getting organ meats, that could be your supplement. You can be getting in a blend of organ meats, bone marrow, which is great. Great for cartilage too. If you are consuming something like bone broth as well, it's fantastic. If you're getting knuckle bones, you're getting those kind of connective tissues, collagen. So I think that's very understated. But sleep is the number one. Sleep is the number one. If you're there's no supplement you're going to take that's going to make up for what you're getting in sleep. And yeah, if you're not getting enough sleep, your muscles aren't going to be able to recover as much, and you're going to be more fatigued. You're going to be more at risk, just psychologically and reaction time and capacity. If you sacrifice sleep, it's going to be harder to lose body fat. It's going to be harder to maintain a proper or your proper body fat percentage. It's harder to build or maintain muscle mass, and it's easier to store fat. A lot of stress, cortisol levels are elevated. Increases risk for all-cause mortality, especially long-term. And I wish I look back on my life, and I went through so many nights where I stayed up all night, working on the computer and doing all this kind of stuff, but no more of that shit. No more of that. Looking back, it's kind of like, I wish I knew more earlier, but you live and learn, right? That's the famous statement. You live and learn, but ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? This is from Lucifer with a lot of lines before and after. That's a long screen name. Papa Swolio, how to get 3D delts? Well, you got to work the three heads. You got to work the anterior, the posterior, and the middle deltoid. And there are a lot of great movements to focus on the delts, focus on full range of motion. There's great mobility exercises to make sure you're activating your posterior rotator cuff, to make sure that your upper body is aligned. I would also practice yoga to make sure that your upper body you're opening up those tight muscles and you're activating all those stabilizers is really good just to mitigate risk of injury or mitigate risk of long-term problems. So yoga is great to, again, create better strength balance and posture in your upper body, which will help you focus on those muscles better. But there's of course, there's a bunch of great exercises. I can't go through all of them, but of course, working your posterior deltoid is great with cables or a band. Is fantastic. I love taking it all the way across my body for a full stretch. It's great for mobility work. It's great for taking the posterior deltoid through a full range. And of course, you can get into some of those rhomboids and middle traps if you're letting your shoulder roll forward. You can also do things like you can do face pulls. You can do prone presses with a band from a front anchored point where you're pushing up and down. So you're activating your middle and lower traps a lot. So there's a lot of cool exercises like that. I like lying side deltoid, lying dumbbell raises. You can also do cable in front of the body and behind the body. There's prone presses. There's a lot of great things. But if you're focusing on the middle and the posterior deltoid, honestly, for me, that has created the most balance in my shoulder, and aesthetic wise too, is for years and years and years, I've been focusing primarily, whenever I do shoulders, the focus is primarily on the posterior and the middle, because you get a lot with you get a lot with the anterior deltoid when you're doing, chest movements or other pushing movements like chest press or dips. And I do a lot of those. So I get tons of anterior deltoid work. Oh, that was nice. There you go.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
All right. Hey, shout out to Joe. I got my Swole variant tank yesterday. Swole privilege. Let's fucking go. Get your flags. Any of you get your flags in yet? The Swole flags, have they landed? They probably should be there. Make sure you're checking out papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. We have SwoleFam flag. We have 7 Pillars flag. So you get the 7 Pillars on a flag. You get the SwoleFam logo on a flag. So you can hang that in your gym or wherever in your room or wherever you want to hang your flag, wherever you hang flags. We also have a lot of other cool designs for this time of year, and we got some new stuff coming. So tomorrow during the accountability meeting, make sure you're there 10 a.m. for the accountability meeting, because we're going to talk about some of the new stuff that's dropping. You don't want to miss out on that. We got new releases, of course, Inside X, but also we got a brand new drop for papaswolio.com. Swolenormous apparel. We got a new drop. So be there tomorrow. Be there tomorrow. Be there.
I better use my strong hand.
Let's see. Mountain Maxwell. Swole flag is delayed. Oh no. But only a few towns over, expecting it tomorrow, the next day. My goodness. Papa Swolio, I've had an on and off habit of chewing tobacco pouches. What do you think about nicotine products in general? All bad or okay in moderation? I don't do anything like that. I mean, I have cigars now and again, but very obviously the levels of nicotine are much, much, much lower than you'll find in cigarettes or chewing tobacco and things like that. One of the problems with nicotine is that it takes up a binding site on the red blood cells, so it makes it harder for your body to absorb or to transport oxygen. But of course, things like cigars, you're not inhaling. It's a little bit different. But the pouches, you're getting a lot of sublingual. You can get like wearing away of the gums. I'm not an expert on it, but never been my thing. I've had friends throughout my life that some people that have done it. I played baseball through college, and some of the guys did in college, of course, but never. I tried it once. It was a fucking horrific experience. It was awful. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. I had one experience. I tried it once, and let's just put it this way: never did it again. And it's just exceptionally scarring experience. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. You want to generally keep that stuff to a minimum, of course. Like anything else. I mean, I prefer to have a cigar than to have some whiskey. I prefer that. Just personally, I prefer that over drinking alcohol. I have scotch, and I used to be more into it. I just kind of naturally, let's see. Elliot Meyer 22, Papa Swolio, what do you use on your beard? Sometimes I just use, we talk about that in the Swolenormous Beauty. You can ask Mama Swolio. So those of you that are members, if you haven't yet joined the Swolenormous Beauty chat, you log into your account right there on your home screen. You'll see the Swolenormous Beauty Telegram chat, and you can join and ask Mama Swolio questions about all these things, because there is an oil that I use sometimes, but I also use just straight jojoba oil, which is great too, but very simple. Very, very simple. Not fancy with it. But when you're talking about skincare, hair, and nails, it's going to come down big time to diet and lifestyle habits. It's going to help you have much better hair, skin, and nails, collagen, things of that sort. Tasos Dregas. Papa Swolio, biggest calorie deficit you recommend to lose fat while maintaining muscle? A couple hundred calories. But I don't personally like, the first things first, I don't worry about micromanaging calories before someone does an elimination diet and kind of starts eliminating these like inflammatory foods and things that really aren't optimal for the way their physiology works. So I recommend going through that process first and just lifting weights, training hard, but not focusing so much, like eating into your satisfaction, not really focusing on any kind of like specific weight gain or weight loss goals, because you'll get improved performance when you start cutting out some of these useless foods. You'll improve your performance. You'll also lose extra water weight from like chronic inflammation. So your body's going to change even if you're kind of around a maintenance level. Even maybe in a slight surplus doesn't mean you're going to be storing tons of extra body fat, depending on how you're training and what you're consuming. So I recommend you figure out what foods. That's why we do quality over quantity. It doesn't mean that quantity doesn't matter. It just means that it's not the number one priority. Who cares if you're managing your caloric intake, but you're eating shit fucking foods? So take it to the extreme, you're eating fast foods, but hey, I'm eating a slight surplus or a slight deficit. That's still trash. You're eating garbage. So it's more about the nutrient density of the food. So get in that and, focus on that first, and then you can start playing around with the numbers. But make sure you're focusing on the elimination and quality, and then you can start attacking quantity if it's really that much of a concern still after all that. Most people will find that their bodies kind of like manage themselves. And this is where intuitive eating actually does more apply. It's not, intuitive eating doesn't mean eat cake because you want to eat fucking cake. That's a huge bitch. That's not how it works. Okay. For the record, again, intuitive eating is not just eat cake if you feel like eating cake. If you're eating quality foods and you really reset your habits, yeah, when you're hungry, eat the food that you should eat during daylight hours like a human would, and then you'll be satisfied. Eat as much as you want. You're going to get full. You're not going to want to eat more. If you're specifically trying to put on mass, okay, then you would eat, and you may want to calculate a little bit of how much you're eating and make sure, because if you're trying to eat extra, it's really hard for the body to eat extra. Trust me, if you're eating really quality food, it's hard to eat in a surplus. You get full and it feels sickening. So you know, you're going to have to force it. You're going to have to get a little more analytical and be like objective about it. Okay, I'm not eating enough food. I need to eat more. Otherwise, you're not going to be putting on a ton of extra weight if that's the goal. Yeah, that's right, Dawn. Mama Swolio beautifying the entire Swole fam over in the Swolenormous Beauty Telegram chat. Indeed. Indeed, she is. Indeed, she is. Go and join that chat. Join that chat. Maxwell, I've been loving having liver in my diet. I've been feeling a lot more energy and a lot more clear-headed since adding that. Telling you. Damn right. Liver is the fucking secret. It's a great start. Then you realize, oh my God, I didn't realize I could feel so much better from having healthier foods. And then you start going down that rabbit hole and eating more things like bone marrow and other organs. And you start feeling better and better. And you realize, oh, just stuffing tons of extra like leaves down my throat isn't like giving me more health. It's hard to digest. It makes me feel bloated. Having a couple ounces of liver gives you exceptional nutrient density and it just makes you feel better because you're a human. You're supposed to be eating this shit. It's easily absorbable nutrients. It's ready for you to consume. It's ready for you to absorb. It's ready for you to utilize. And then circle of life, motherfuckers. Let's see. Luca nuts. Is it good to shower in just cold water for like 2 to 5 minutes after a hot, warm shower? You can. I would recommend just taking a cold shower from the start. Like take a cold shower. It's good because one, you're not going to want to do it. So you're going to learn how to do shit that you don't like, which is great for building discipline. Two, it's so much more refreshing. Once you get used to doing cold therapy, you get used to getting into cold, cold plunges and stuff like that. You take a cold shower. It's so refreshing. You realize how hot you run and you realize how much energy and how much like mental clarity and how much could bring up your mood and all sorts of stuff just by taking cold showers. And of course, if you're doing cold plunging, it's great for like physical inflammation and repair after hard workouts. It's great for testosterone and your circulatory system. It's great for your respiratory system. It's fantastic. So I recommend just doing cold showers, period. But yeah, I mean, you could start with that too. Start with that. Start with taking shorter. You can start like just doing less hot water and then more cold. And start increasing it like little by little. Play around with it. See what works best for you. Rocco Jorge, 177. Can we go to the CrossFit? You can go to the CrossFit.
Matt Damon.
You can, but should you? So that question, can we go to the CrossFit? Yes, my son. You are able to go to the CrossFit. Should you? Depends on what your goals are. So I'm not going to shit all over CrossFit. Just have to say that it needs to be implemented properly with proper periodization and proper progression, and it needs to be with a logical purpose. A lot of it's not coherent and it's not really functional. It doesn't really relate to how humans are going to be moving in their life, and it's more than it needs to be. But it depends. Are you going to try to compete against other people? Then you have to do that. You have to compete how you're going to compete. It's a competition. You want to go to the CrossFit Games, and you have to do that kind of stuff. Are you a firefighter? Are you a police officer? It's like you need to have good endurance and be able to move in many different fashions. So that could be beneficial, but it's not about getting in amazing shape. Really. It just doesn't have it doesn't have the right approach for a lot of people, which is why a lot of people get hurt, but there can be applications for it. The randomness of things. But, it doesn't mean that there aren't some things that, just throwing a lot of stuff together doesn't make it an effective training protocol. But, individual aspects of it can be very good. Some of they do squats and they're doing, power movements. They're doing kettlebell work sometimes with good form. So it depends. It depends. I don't know if that was a language barrier. Can we go? Obviously you can. I mean, of course you can. While it's a free country, because some places are free. Some places you can go. Actually, some places you can't go to the CrossFit. You can't go to the gym because they shut it down. Or if you're unvaccinated, if you're a dirty plague rat, you can't go. So yeah. So some places you can't go. Some places. If you're a filthy, unvaxxed, disgusting. You disgust me. You disgust me.
How dare you?
You disgust me. So thoughtless. Don't you care about other people? Don't you care about them? It's for the greater good. All right, question from Gypsy Snowwolf. All right, let's do this one. Asp. Papa Swolio, I'm sure you've been asked this, but what are your thoughts on having 1 tablespoon of raw honey every other day? Gypsy Snowwolf, I had several tablespoons of honey today, as well as yesterday. Yeah, I definitely have honey. Honey is not on my restricted list. So raw honey, I love raw honey. I don't necessarily pound it every day, but I go through periods where I'm like, 1 jar? That's a serving. No, but sometimes I like honey. Depends. Sometimes I'll have like 1 tablespoon like before I go to sleep. Sometimes it just feels right. Other times I will have it. Sometimes I'm eating, let's say before I do the show, I'll eat a lot earlier in the day and then I'll have maybe a little honey before my workout or right after. Depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I like a couple tablespoons of honey around my workout. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Eli Radinsky. Papa Swolio, is there anything I can do at home without any equipment? Since I'm quarantined, I have a pull-up bar. Anything I can do at home without, yoga. That'd be fantastic. Look, if you're quarantined, you can start practicing yoga and meditation. It'll make more of a difference in your life than lifting weights. Practicing yoga and meditation will change your life much more than lifting weights, I promise you. You could do body weight exercise. You could do a pull-up bar, push-ups, lunges. You could do so many things. Google it. You could also try one of our yoga classes. If you go to swolenormansx.com/links, you can try a free yoga class, Eli. But those are things that are free. Yoga's free. You just got to practice. You can look up, there's tons of free videos and free classes. You could try the one that we have for you. You can do it 10 times. It's a free class, yours to check out. And practice all those things. But getting your mindset, meditating regularly, meditating and practicing yoga, will change your life, especially if you're focused on that, like you really bias towards that since you're at home. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Darrell. Appreciate it.
Oh, you can...
Papa Swole, loving the movement. Just wanted to show some support to the Swole family. Battling COVID at the moment, but I will bounce back strong. Oh, no. Feel better, bro.
Fuck yeah!
Feel better. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Not required, but much appreciated. Battling COVID. Sorry to hear that. How are you feeling? Sounds like you're doing pretty good, at least. So you're feeling good enough to be in the live chat and sound coherent. So good. Glad to hear it. How's your nutrition doing? Anything in particular that you're doing for it? Let's see. Oh, dear. Peaceful Bandit. Putting in a vaccine mandate for cross-border truck drivers. I think supplies are going to be a problem in Canada. Yep. Yes, they will be. Yes, they will be. Now, what's the logic with that? Jesus. What's the logic with that? Let's make it harder to live. Yeah. This year is going to be very, very, very interesting. You have a headache, burning nose, and eyes. Well, don't bang your eye holes too much with my face. Take a load off, relax, enjoy the ride, take care of yourself. Hopefully you're getting taking vitamin D. You're getting vitamin D, zinc, vitamin C can be beneficial. Drinking plenty of water, getting your sleep. Moving if you feel like moving. Take care of yourself. Canada's prime minister is a walking vagina. I think we can agree with that. Yeah. A walking vagina.
That's a huge bitch.
All right. Let's take another question. If you got it, drop it in the comments. And let's see. John K16, get up early or sleep in? Get up early. Get up early all day.
Ever served in a forward area?
Get up early. For sure. Early is relative, but I mean, definitely get up in the morning. Don't sleep in. Let's see. Julian E155, Papa Swolio, what are the most overhyped supplements that have no real impact or use? The most overhyped. Oh, geez, where do you start? I would say BCAAs. Yeah, BCAAs. I mean, the Fit Teas, I wouldn't even compliment those by calling them a supplement. You know, I wouldn't even give them the respect of calling the Fit Tea as a supplement, but it's kind of in that category, isn't it? That's definitely one. That's definitely one. If you're going to consider Fit Tea a supplement, what are your thoughts, fam? Drop that in the comments. If you're going to consider Fit Tea a supplement, I mean, I guess it would. I guess it would fit. So definitely Fit Teas. Definitely shit teas, yeah. Fit Teas are really shit teas. I mean, if you're crapping your brains out, if you're shitting your brains out, you're losing water. If your asshole is a faucet, you're losing lots of water. So you're going to step on the scale. I lost 2 pounds. It's like it came out your asshole. So that's not a good thing. You're probably dehydrated. You know, if you have diarrhea, make sure you're drinking plenty of water because you're losing it. Your body is using it to flush out whatever the heck got into your system, whatever it is. Yeah. All right, good question. Let's see. Butter Effley, Butt Erifley, Butter Efley, Butter E Fully, Buttery Fully. All right. That's her name. Papa, I just started my weight gain journey. Weight gain. Any tips? Well, many tips, but I don't know what. I would like to know more context. Of course, it's an Instagram question response, so it's limited space. I get it. But just started my weight gain journey. Really depends on your individual situation. But I would recommend still doing the elimination diet so you know you're eating good food and then you're eating a surplus of that food. It's not going to be easy, but it can be done and should be done. You shouldn't be gaining weight by eating shitty food. So not the popular response that people want to hear because it's hard to eat a surplus of real nutrient-dense food. It's hard, but it still should be done because you're going to mitigate your risk of issues from eating low-quality, calorically dense food. Low quality meaning, nutrient devoid and tons of, carbohydrates. So it really depends on the individual. But you still want to eat, if you want to eat in a surplus, you still want to eat the quality foods. Let's see, Darrell, I'm trying to get back into fitness. After battling depression and anxiety, I turned into a wimp. Made excuses, been down for 7 months. Well, we'll help you get back on your feet, man. So welcome to the Daily Swole, and welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. It's time to get on the sick fucking gains train. Yeah. Well, down for 7 months. Now you can use the 7 pillars and get back on it. So, I mean, I'm not sure how familiar you are. I've seen you. I feel like I've seen you in the chat pop up. There's so many different names in the chat. My brain becomes gook, so forgive me. But if you don't yet, follow the 7 pillars, I mean, that's a great place to start because it's hard. It's easy to lose your sight, your focus if you don't have a target. And I know it's kind of like, it's obvious. It's easy to lose sight of your target if you don't have one. But that's the thing. If you're just trying to, I'm just going to do better now. What does that mean? How do you define doing better? What are you actually going to achieve? What are you going to do? It's not specific enough. It's just vague. I'm going to lose more weight. I'm going to exercise more. That's not enough of a commitment. When you have the 7 pillars and you have that checklist, you know that you're doing something. You're focusing on those targets. You're improving your community every single day. You're aware of it. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect, but it means you're aware of it. You're more hyper aware of all these things. You're focusing on food quality. You're working towards eating better nutritionally and, for your evolution. You're focusing on proper training protocols, recovery, mobility, mindfulness. You're being consistent by doing the first 6 every single day. And that gives you that target. So you know when you're getting off track. So you catch it before you start really going off, and really going off like landslide mode. You don't get that. You don't stray as far because you know what your target is every day. And the 7 pillars are great because they keep you focused and they keep you on track, but they're not specific enough to like force you into this like restricted mode. It just opens up your own customization within those pillars. So your nutrition is going to look different than it can look different than anyone else in the SwoleFam. It's yours. It's supposed to be yours. So it's really open-ended community that's going to look different for you. Some people love to spend time with other people often. It's like, that's great, but you still want to surround yourself with the best people. You don't want to surround yourself with fucking shitty people, as many as you want, but you don't want to surround yourself with shitty people. Recovery, mobility, all these different aspects. And the way you execute those 7 pillars are going to look different, which is great. So it gives you a lot of options for customizing your time management and how you accomplish that. But it still gives you that framework so you're successful. It gives you a higher chance of success every day. Alexandra Prana. Papa Swolio, favorite yoga pose. I see you, Alex. Favorite yoga pose currently. My favorite yoga pose. I don't like picking favorites. I don't like picking favorites. What do I even call it? I don't know. I honestly don't know all the fancy terms, the Sanskrit. Favorite yoga pose. Well, one standard that's a great one that everyone should practice regularly is the pigeon pose. So that's always been something that's like one of the ones that's a staple whenever I'm doing some yoga, whenever I'm practicing anything, I usually go into. That's one of the ones that I do regularly is a pigeon pose. So that's a great one. If you have not yet practiced yoga, like I said often, if you go to swolenormousx.com/links, you can try a free class on the link list. You can also find that on the TikTok, like on my Papa Swolio TikTok page and on the Swolenormous Instagram page. You can find those links too, but you can find a free class if you want to try it, if you're listening and you haven't tried. Or go to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today and check out all our memberships. We have hundreds of yoga classes. You can go premium and get access to rotating classes. So we have a lot of options for join the Swole fam. And now's the time to do it. A reminder, we'll take a couple more questions. We're about to wrap up soon, but we have an accountability meeting tomorrow, January 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So
fair guy.
I'll be talking to a lot of you beaches tomorrow morning.
It's making me absolutely crazy.
A lot of people hate Mondays, but Mondays are fucking awesome. So you can hate your Mondays all you want, but that's because you're not part of the Swole fam. And if you're part of the Swole fam, then you love Mondays because we have our accountability meeting every Monday and it's fucking awesome. It's awesome. The SwoleFam accountability meetings are the absolute tits. Absolute tits. Grab those nips. Grab those fucking nips. Grab those nips.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Love Mondays, as do we. As do we. All right, let's see here. We did that question already. D-Boys, Serp Bane 797. Du Bois Serpbane. Okay. I'm always trying to define and to break down screen names. How many times is enough for the gym, Papa Swolio? How many times? Like, I love these like vague questions. I never know if it's a language barrier or it's a partial question. So how many times what in a month? How many times until you see results? How many times in a day? How many times in a week? I'm assuming. How many times in a week? And so when I say go to the fucking gym, you should be training every day. And what do I mean by that? I honestly think you should be training every day. What does that mean? Well, it might mean sauna and the cold plunge. It might mean doing 10, 15 minutes of mobility. Going to the fucking gym, training every day, every single day, no days off, just means you're taking care of your training. It doesn't mean that you're lifting heavy every day. Doesn't mean you're lifting weights every day. So when I say train every single day, you need that mindset. What am I doing today to either aid in recovery and do some type of mobility or yoga? That could be your training for the day. You don't need to be lifting weights every day and practicing yoga. I always clarify that, if you think about it that way. But of course, I'll say go to the gym every fucking day. And I want people to think about it that way because you're committing to that every single day. And it becomes such a part of what you do. You just adjust what you do within that framework. And that's the best way to do it. You're getting your training done today. What am I doing? I'm really fucking sore and my whole body is sore. So today I'm doing mobility. I'm going to do a couple swollen sevens. I'm going to do some foam rolling and some stretching and some mobility work. That's great. That's fantastic. That's your training for today. It doesn't have to be a PR. Okay. It doesn't have to be to the fucking max every day. All right. Sometimes I feel like lifting, but I'm kind of sore and I don't really feel like targeting something. I don't feel like just doing specific body part. I just feel like kind of getting a general, strength workout. So I'll do kettlebell stuff, or I'll grab the heavy mace bells. I'll work my way up and I'll warm up and I'll do mace bells or steel clubs, or I'll just do something like general total body, kind of get a good sweat going and, work strength and grip strength and coordination. It's like, sometimes I just want to move some heavy shit and swing some stuff around and work things like strength and kind of, core work and some more balance and more stretching, more mobility, rather than just focused overload like a bicep workout, or a barbell, something that's less restrictive, that works in more planes of motion. Just some other ideas. So how many times, that of course depends. I went on a little rant there, but that depends on what your goals are. Let's see. Low_horn, Papa Swolio, multivitamins. Personally, not for me. I'll take my organs. I get plenty of beef liver and heart, pancreas, liver, spleen, pancreas, kidney, spleen. I eat bone marrow. I have like liver and bone marrow every day. I'm getting plenty of organ meats and take other organ meat supplements. So multivitamins, not really. No. I might have some magnesium, or I have magnesium oil spray and other electrolytes that I take, but I get plenty of nature's multivitamins. So I don't find the need for it. I'll take vitamin D though, especially this time of year. So vitamin D is important. All right. Trevere, just getting back into the gym after the vid, and let me tell you, sick gains this year. Somehow went up in weights even though I took 2 weeks off. Nutrition is key. Good for you. Good for you.
I better use my strong hand.
Good for you, Trevere. Hell yeah. All right. Drop in the hashtag down below if you want to win today's Swole card. Hashtag Swole Privilege. I hit that already. That was one. All right. So we will wrap this up. We've got a couple more questions. You could drop them right now. And otherwise, we will give away the Swole card in just a couple moments. We got one from Stephanie Getz at Papa Swolio. Where does your disdain or hate for carrots come from? Were you frequently force-fed them as a young Swolio? Just curious. Yeah, kind of. Not force-fed. I think my mom, I think we talked about this. I believe I didn't have meat. My mom actually raised me. I think I was like more vegan. I was eating like lima beans when I was little. And then the first time I had meat, I was just hooked. So the rest is history. But I just never liked raw carrots. Little baby carrots and crunching. It's just crunchy, bland shit. It's trash. Fucking disgusting. Disgusting. Okay. Salad does not taste good. You cannot tell me salad tastes good, because it fucking doesn't. The only reason you like it is because it crunches and you put salt and fucking sugar all over it. If you put ranch dressing, you put fat and just fucking fat all over it. Of course it tastes better. Of course it tastes better. You put some, vinegar and all this kind of stuff all over it and it gives it more tang. Like, of course you have to cover it with shit. Otherwise, you're just eating leaves. You're not a goddamn cow. Chewing fucking crunchy paper. Nasty. Nasty beach. Anyway, I just don't like the taste of carrots. People like crunch, but that's like physiological. You don't. I get plenty of satisfaction off eating. Make grass-fed beef jerky if you really like chips and stuff like that, and that salt. You need that. Eat jerky. At least you're getting real food. You can't make friends with salad. Oh, Brussels sprouts can fuck themselves. Jen, does Papa Swolio have arthritis? If so, is there anything you have in her diet to help? No, not that we know. I give her, she eats raw bone marrow and raw grass-fed beef with liver and heart. And she gets organ supplements. We give her like trachea cartilage and other types of, organs and stuff like that. You could just break open a couple supplements like the tablets too. If you don't have the raw, you can just break them open and like pour them and mix them in the food. But just raw grass-fed beef and organ meats and bone marrow. She eats what I eat, essentially. And sometimes I'll give her a little fruit and snacks during the day, but it's beef jerky. She loves beef jerky. I take out the beef jerky and she'll lose her mind like a crackhead. It's just steak. So yeah, no arthritis. No, she still goes up and down stairs. She's like 16, 17. She's super, super healthy. Just give her extra cartilage because, Chihuahuas sometimes have collapsing trachea is like common with Chihuahuas. Is like it's genetic. So they say she has that. She kind of coughs a little bit, but we give her a lot of trachea cartilage and healthy food to, give her the best potential for maintaining what she has. Feed your dogs real food. I'm telling you, feed your dogs real food. Papa Swolio eats better than most humans. But take care of your dogs. They shouldn't be eating hard, dried fucking food either. They need real food. They don't need all those extra pieces of, garbage. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What do you feed your dog, my lab? I mean, look, you have bigger dogs. Like, it can get expensive, but, I mean, they need meat too. They shouldn't be having all these other vegetables and all these other things as well. They're carnivores. I give Papa Swolio some fruit. She'll eat some fruit and stuff. All right. So, Jen, if you want to continue this conversation in the Telegram chat or something like that, if you want to talk more about dog food. But not sure why the text or the chat seems like it might be a little bit slow and kind of popping up. But yeah, make sure you're eating. Yeah, I don't give her anything that I wouldn't eat. Like, I'll pop out the bone marrow and give her some and give her the bone to chew on. She can pull the cartilage off and yeah, kibble is... Fuck that kibble stuff. It's just like fast food. It's like eating out of a bag or a box like for humans. Yeah. All right. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's give this away, Falcon. Great Q and anus, everyone. Scrolling. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Who dropped that in the comments? Who's it going to be? We got a winner. Mountain Maxwell, congratulations. You are the winner, my friend. Congratulations. Couple scrolls, got that Swole Privilege. How'd you know today was Swole Privilege? Because I saw that when you joined in. I don't believe I put in the Swole text. I don't believe I put Swole Privilege. But then when you joined at the beginning of the stream today, I saw a hashtag Swole Privilege from the start. You read the mind. And it's very fitting, landed right on your comment. Congratulations. You knew it. You were meant to have this card. You were meant for this card. All right, send us that email, support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2074 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. And we will be back here on Tuesday because tomorrow is our weekly accountability meeting. So 10 a.m. Eastern time, be there or be fucking square. I'm telling you, be there, beaches. 10 a.m. Eastern time. Let me open up that picture again. I don't know how it disappeared. 10 a.m. Eastern time. Be there inside SwoleNormous X, and I will text you in the morning. And of course, you could just join right there. You log into your account right there on your homepage. You could join the accountability meeting, and we'll have the live call. We got great SwoleFam posts, and we'll talk new releases. And trust me, brand new shit you're not going to want to miss out. All right, we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Join right now over there at SwoleNormousX.com if you haven't yet done so. Special unlimited offers over there, SwoleNormousX.com/FYR. For those of you that are ready to go unlimited, now is the fucking time. But we shall nut this beach. Falcon, let's have a great evening. Cover that beach up. Cover it up.
Fair guy, this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Lieutenant Dan, you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
No, baby.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Mr. Strickland,
Inconceivable!
Oh, there we go. Oh, God.
I am the danger.
This is Marjorie Stewart Baxter.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set!
It's all bullshit. All of it.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Fucking nailed it, as always.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here!
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kid used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was trained, and then watch the hair come back up again.
No hands. You know why? It's because I played it with my dick. I played it with my dick. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. All right, fam. See you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, inside Swolenormous X. How about you just skip right to the deep part? Go all the way in. Join us for the Fuck Your Resolution specials, limited time only, swolenormousx.com/FYR, right there in the show notes. And of course, at the bottom of your screen right now. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast and Spotify, right there by the top, by the logo, by the actual podcast image. You can leave us 5 stars on Spotify. You can't write a review, but make sure you do so. Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts if you haven't yet done so. And all the live stream links for future enjoyment can be found over there at thedailyswole.com. That's THE, thedailyswole.com. And all the live stream links were live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, everywhere. You can't stop the Swole fam. You can't stop the Daily Swole. So tomorrow's episode will be private for members only. Join now, swolenormousx.com. Don't miss out on tomorrow's live call, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'll see you there. Peace, McGeese, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no